Hey guys, I'm back. Welcome back once again to another Bumblebee review. No, my channel is not gonna be all about Bumblebee, I swear, but let me show you an answer to all your prayers for a good Bumblebee toy. No, not that. That came out in a bit of a dark time for Age of Extinction and Transformers last night. And I don't think this'll hold up for good Bumblebee toy. Let me show you, another one. And here we are. So this is Masterpiece Movie Bumblebee, MPM-03, whatever you want to call him. But there is a bit of a twist. This guy is a knockoff that's been re-released by Legendary Toys. Same mold, just different paint apps from here and there. A little bit of inconsistencies, just like with the plastic and all the die-cast stuff. But I think the metal stuff is all just the same. The toes, the heels, I think it's all the same. I do appreciate that there is less clear plastic on this guy, helps him feel more sturdy and less scary to play with. So I think that's all I have to say about the plastic quality and everything about this guy. The paint apps are spot on, it's pretty accurate, but I do think that the original Takara Tomy release is also equally as accurate, just less silver stuff. Now let's talk about the things that make this guy masterpiece. Now first of all, yes, the details, the sculpting, everything is nice. There are some inconsistencies, like the chest isn't as accurate. It looks more like the original '07 Bumblebee chest, but I think it works for him. I mean, compare this guy to the original CGI model. I mean, sure, it's not one-to-one, but at least it's actually trying. Now, of course, another thing that makes this guy masterpiece is his features and accessories. Now, first of all, we have his original battle mask, and this battle mask has a very nice transformation, and it is very easy to deploy. Just fold that up and then fold it down, just like so. And now he's ready to take on some Decepticons. But of course, taking down Decepticons needs a gun. So, you can just flip the hand down just like that. Once you've done that, you can then take this piece over here. This is actually his cannon, painted in nice silver. You can attach it onto that, close that up, and there you have the battle-ready Bumblebee. He's ready to take on some Decepticons and fight Soundwave. With his mask deployed and his cannon attached, this guy definitely shines. Putting him in any display pose makes him look very, very nice and intimidating. Of course, displaying him with another Decepticon may be much nicer, but I don't think I have the budget for that. Just look at the poses I got him in. I'm not the best poser, and yeah, the camera doesn't really do any justice to this figure. If you really want to admire this piece of beauty, go buy it yourself. Of course, another thing that makes this guy masterpiece is his stellar articulation. Any masterpiece figure usually has an upward and side-to-side head, but I think they've developed a much better system, aka ball joints. His head can rotate, look side to side, and can look up and down. Just like so. There is a weird hinge here that can teeter-totter at times, but just ignore that. You have a rotation at the arm that can move a full 360, outward movement. The shoulder pad does move, so you can accommodate for a little more range of motion. It does have a bicep swivel, and slightly over 90 degrees of elbow bend. Pretty nice. He has a wrist articulation. Sometimes it could get loose, so just lube it up. Not lube it up, tighten it up with some super glue or floor polish. And he has articulated fingers. That's always a nice addition. And next up, he does have a waist swivel that can get undone, so just push it back in there. No ab crunch, sadly, but it's fine. Just move the hip guards away, and then you can get a full kick, and he can move back pretty far until it starts collapsing with his back and the door wings. Again, if you move the hip guards on a certain way, you can give him the splits. Yeah, it goes out pretty far. Just like that. He does have a thigh swivel and an exactly 90-degree knee bend. and an ankle pivot. Usually the first Bumblebee figure to ever have an ankle pivot until Studio Series came up. And toe bend, which is nice. And the heel can move, so you can have some maneuverability when you're posing him. So I think that's all for the articulation. This guy is a fairly posable figure. Overall, as it stands, this figure is amazing. The painting and sculpting is exquisite. The articulation is fine. There are some inconsistencies with the tolerances that you have with the articulation. But if ever you need to tighten or loosen something up, you can always do it with floor polish or some lube. Features are always welcome, just like the battle mask. So let's see how this guy holds up in car mode. Now, once all transformed in his beautiful car mode, muscle car, Camaro, whatever you want to call it, it definitely looks like the real thing. View it from a distance, it looks like it. As you can see, it's got the basic details that you'd expect from the Camaro. It basically looks the same as the Studio Series Deluxe Class Bumblebee. It's got the door handles, the wheels, the rims, the headlights, the Chevy logo, it's all there. Since, this is a knockoff figure, the Camaro logo is a little altered just so it will fit the knockoff company's preference, so it won't infringe any copyright. Anyways, moving back to details, as you can see, it's got a very nice glossy yellow color all over this place. It's got some very nice black stripes. The black pinstripes also help to, separate the colors. It's not all yellow. The red taillights look nice. Also another Chevy logo that's a little altered, and the license plate looks very nice. But then again, it's a license plate. I'm sure it's not the same one as the one in the movie, and I'm sure it's not the same one as the license plate on the crotch. The front looks very nice. You got the headlights, you got the pinstripes. Everything is right on there, and what you'd expect on a Camaro. It looks very well made. It's solid Camaro. The solidity is very nice. And it feels nice when you hold it. You feel a little bit of the die-cast construction. It feels heavy. And the black windshields, I did do that, but it was a clear windshield that's a little tinted dark. Moving on, just like every car should, this guy does roll pretty well. Some wheels does tend to get a little misaligned due to the transformation, but it all ends well there. It rolls around just as smoothly as you'd expect. And to finally finish off review, these are my final verdicts. So, Masterpiece Movie Bumblebee, or LTO1, LTO2, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure LTO2 is Optimus Prime. But anyway, LTO1 Bumblebee is a very solid figure. Could be your definitive Bumblebee for your Transformers display, but then again, the Deluxe already does that. This is a good display piece for your Masterpiece collection. Everything pretty much holds together and everything is nice and tight. The joints feel great. A little bit too tight on the head, but I think I can adjust that with a little bit of dish soap. The plastic feels solid. Definitely a little inconsistent since it is a knockoff. But looking at it, it's beautiful. God damn! In all seriousness though, this figure will leave an impact on your shelf. It has a lot of shelf presence. The size isn't the best, but, it scales well with the other guys, so I don't have an issue with that. The joints, the paint, everything feels well. The tolerance issues I can fix. Everything feels durable, nice and weighty. The die-cast construction is very well done. So I think that's all I can say for Masterpiece Movie Bumblebee, or LTO1. So this has been a long video. I'll probably do another one in 10 years' time. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe.